We're back in Santa Monica to meet Tony Horton. He is a fitness instructor whose direct response ads are the most frequently aired infomercial, making him one of America's most seen personalities. But how has yoga impacted his life? We're here with he and his yoga instructor and our friend, Ashley Turner, to have them explain. Tony, it's so great to have you and Ashley here to share with us today about how yoga is actually a part of your fitness world and training. And I was actually wondering, how important is yoga to an athlete?
Well, you know, I'm 51 years old, and I discovered yoga about 15 years ago. And my whole thought about exercise was, if I don't feel exhausted at the end, if I don't, if I haven't been whipped, I'm not going to do it. And then, of course, I finally walked into a class, and I had my butt handed to me, and I thought, oh my God, this is awesome. And I loved it because I couldn't do it. I loved it because it was really difficult. I'm a rock climber and a skier, and I do adult gymnastics, and I thought, wow, if I did more yoga, I'd get better at all three of those things. And as a result, I have. I mean, at 51, I'm now 15 years older than I was when I discovered yoga, and I'm 10 times more fit because of yoga. Somebody at camp came up to me once and said, if you had to pick one thing, what would it be? And I said, it's yoga. Because yoga is everything. It's balance, it's coordination, it's breath, it's strength, it's flexibility. You don't get that from running. You don't get that from weight resistance. You get it from yoga. And so that's why I put it in Power 90. That's why it's an intricate piece to P90X. Yoga is the fountain of youth. It is the magic, it is the gold, it is the glue to everything else. If you want to be a faster runner, you do yoga. If you want to be better at resistance and avoid injury, you do yoga. If you want to be better at Kemp ball or rock climbing and skiing and the things that I do, you do yoga.
So you brought up a great point, Ashley, that I actually wanted to ask you. How common is it for somebody who's super athletic to come into, a yoga class and to not be able to, do something that a lot of yoga students can do?
Right. I've always been about the hybrid of sports and athleticism and yoga, and what you see a lot, I'm sure you as well as a teacher, is all these girls coming into yoga, and then inevitably at some point they'll bring in their big brawny boyfriend. And their boyfriend always thinks it's going to be the easiest thing, and oh my God, why are we going to yoga? And every single time at the end of class, they're coming up to me the same thing, like, oh my God, I've never sweat so much in my life, I can't believe this. So it's a huge breakthrough for people, and what they don't realize is yoga's working a bit of a different cross-section in the body. It's not just working the structural, muscular, skeletal body. You're really working the inner systems of the body. And as well, the most important part is it's bringing in the mind. And I always describe to people, the mind is a muscle. And when you're doing yoga, you're really flexing that muscle of the mind. So you're working concentration. You're working on noticing your thought patterns, and what are those thought patterns? What's enhancing, a positive, uplifting thought, and what's a negative, deterring thought pattern, and how we can really shift those. And ultimately, that's what breeds the strength and vitality in every other aspect of our life. It all comes from our thoughts. But combining that with a really strong physical practice and understanding the relationship between the body and the mind is the ultimate tool, the most comprehensive tool for any kind of change in our lives, in our bodies, in our minds, and our hearts.
How do you recommend for somebody that is super athletic and not that flexible? What is your recommendation as to how to begin? Would it be with starting with something more mellow, or would it be a more challenging strength base?
Well, it depends on the personality. With yoga, if you want just something mellow, you have that option. You can approach it that way. You can come in and just do something that's just something that you can handle. You come out feeling like you've accomplished something. You're not struggling the entire time. But with me, the first year I was doing yoga, it was all about, I will destroy yoga, and then I realized, oh, no, it's not about that.
Right.
It's about something completely different. So that was my personal journey, but...
I would love to see either your favorite yoga pose or something that you do, just something you'd like to share with the audience.
Yeah. I don't know the Sanskrit name, but I know it as one-legged flying crow.
Flying crow.
Flying crow.
Yeah.
And you know the Sanskrit name, or give or take?
Ekapada. Eka means one, and pada means foot.
Tricep and the leg.
Beautiful.
Oh my God. Do you like the flex foot or the pointed toe? Or?
Yes. Spread the toes and press through the ball of the foot.
Ooh, okay.
Yes, there's your yogi toes.
There it is. Should I do handstands from here?
Go, do a handstand.
Not gonna happen. All right. There it is.
Yay. Wow.